be the solution. Now, if bees left the earth, we would only have more years to live. That was a very scary fact. You have this mass pollination now where they're being shipped from farm to pollinate these various crops because there's a shortage of bees. So it's not happening naturally. And so this is a manufactured pollination thing. And that's killing them off, and then them not having enough food as well, because you have so much land that would have once been natural food sources for them is being used specifically for various crop production. And then the crop production, you have all these you know chemical aspects to these crops with the bees are eating, and that's killing them off. And you have all this industrial development, you know what I mean, which is also taking aspects of nature out as well. So they touch on different things that we want to see going forward to prevent this from happening. And I think that if you kind of looked at it more along the lines of like, if you don't do this, you got four, if they go, you go, then maybe people will look at it a little bit more seriously. Like if there's a new development that is coming up, why can't a garden with flowers that provide bees food all year round be a part of the planning structure of this development? And then they stress the best way to solve this issue is that we need to stop eating, buying, and growing these chemical produced foods, and focus more on chemically free food, demand chemically free food, because if we do that, it'll overall change our agricultural system. And it's just like if the bees are dying off from that, and what is that doing to us? You know what I mean? And a lot of these cancer causing agents that are in the food are, bees are not able to sustain it by eating it. And it's all because we want to make more money off of selling produce that's lasting longer or is bigger or what have you. And it's just, there just needs to be an overall change in general with how everything is done, or this world is doomed.
This was a great film. I really loved the choice of music at the very beginning to use Flight of the Bumblebee. I thought that that was a stroke of genius. This was also really informative too, listening to what was happening to the bee colonies and what we needed to do to prevent, the collapse of these bee colonies because of how important they are to the world. They made this so very clear. I liked the way that everybody had communicated this. It was clear, it was concise, it was basically a call to arms. And we do need to pay attention to all of this. I loved the cinematography. I loved all of the background music that the filmmakers chose. I think they did a great film.
So this is a really nice piece, very informative. It seems like such a very basic topic, but most of us don't know a lot of these basics. So it was nice to learn about the importance of bees, what they do naturally, and how they're being threatened by, man-made chemicals and whatnot. The most poignant part of this piece was learning about Sichuan, China. They said they kept using chemicals. They lost their bees 45 years ago, and now humans have to pollinate plants for them. That's very sad. So I like the call to action at the end, telling us how we can get involved and how we can help out and how we can, cultivate the life and help, the environment to help, bees keep thriving. So really nice job with this. Everybody on screen did a nice job explaining everything. Everybody did a terrific job. Well directed, well edited, nicely shot, nice use of music, a good tone overall. So great job with this. Good luck with it. I hope it gets out there and gets seen because it's important.
This is about saving the bees. There isn't one leading problem, but an assortment that has led to this crisis. And how can we do our part? And it's planting a variety of flowers for all of the different species, a fair price to pay as they are being pushed from one area to the next in order to pollinate our foods, such as almonds, blueberries, apples. They feed us, so we should return the favor and feed them. The honeycomb background behind her was bright and fun. They follow the formula here of matching interviews with B-roll camera footage. It brought me new information that I hadn't known before watching the short.
Be the Solution was a really great piece with a really great message. I think it was really cute. It was really informative. I think the graphics helped a lot. And I think the information in it was digestible enough, and it was the perfect length. Excuse me. It was the perfect length to where you could captivate an audience of all ages and really get this message out there. I think it's the perfect piece for this kind of message, and it has a great call to action and great steps to move forward, and why bees are so important for the ecosystem and the world as a whole. Overall, a really succinct, well done piece. Really, really well done.
This was delightful and informative, very educational. The choice to add in the graphics was really cute. I think it's the kind of short little piece that we could play for audiences of all ages, and everyone could be as equally engaged as the next. It was good to sort of learn some practices about keeping garden, and the sorts of things that are conducive to the bee population thriving. I think that's an important issue. So for that reason alone, I'm glad this one exists. But it is, again, really just a delightful piece put together really well. So great work.
Be the Solution. Deeply informative and engaging way to get people in supporting the bees and our planet. It was nice, I think we all know, save the bees, but it was nice to get a little bit more in depth of the role that bees have and their vital space front and center in supporting human life. If that's not enough of enticement to keep them around. And it was a great way to grab our attention and encourage us to act and to think about where we're getting our products and where they come from and how they get here. And a bee probably has something to do with it. So really well crafted, that helped me get up close and personal with nature and these gorgeous little striped creatures in their process.